right, we should be live. We should be going. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Tuesday. We are at that time of the year when, about this time of the day, the sun is setting in that direction. So, this side of my face is like, light is just like streaming in. Hi, who we got here? We got some folks here. Hello, Josiah and MCDJ ACDC. Hello, Matt Rubin. Hello, GL Golf. Hello, Big Gay Dave and Ivan. Hey, Chris from Comic Tropes. Nice to see you. Always nice to see you here. Hi, Cyclonus and Jump in General and Matt and Rob Vegas and Tony Jackson and Samuel Russell and Matt Edwards and Draws. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Yes, the sun's getting real low. So like by the time we're done this evening, the sun will have set, so it won't be blasting in my face, but it's that time of year. Hello, Project Dark Corp. Hello, JoeFan84. Hello, Beta Ray Bob. Hello, Danny and Jamelin. Hello, Lester and Matthew. Another Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Once again, I think most people in here are named either Chris or Matthew. So, hello, Chris's and Matt's. Nice to see you all. What have we got going on? It's Tuesday. I do not have a plan. I do not have an agenda. I don't have an agenda for today's today's show. Oh, thank you, Comic Tropes. Yes, thank you. He says congratulations on passing 16,000. Yes, we passed 16,000. And thank you very much, everyone who is here. Hello, Raymond. Welcome. Feel free to get loaded all you want. Hello, Barry Campbell and Keldon. Yes, it's always a Matt and Chris night in here. It's Tuesday. I have no agenda. I am agendaless. It's been a little bit of a hectic week. Hello, Summer. Any news on Kevin? No, I still haven't heard anything from Kevin. If I ever hear anything, I will let everybody know, because everybody would really like to know how Kevin is doing. Thank you, Josiah, for the super chat. And yes, Comic Tropes beat you to it. It's a Chris versus Josiah battle to the death to see who can be the first. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Chris's Law episode of Pros and Cons last night. I did not see that last night. I will go back and watch it, though. I apologize, Chris, for not getting to that last night. But I did see the thumbnail. But I've got stuff going on, and that's partly what I do want to talk about. So I guess I do have a little bit of an agenda. Not a big agenda, but at least a little bit of an agenda. At least that I have a couple things to talk about. Hello, Peter Ang. Nice to see you. And somebody said hello to Lazarus. I don't think I saw Lazarus come in here, but hello, Lazarus, if you're in here. I guess so. I mean, I hope that we would find out if anything happened to them. Like somebody that he knows would post somewhere that he was, something happened. So since nobody has said anything, I assume he's okay. Okay, first of all, hello, Thane. How do you do? Hello, Exploriso. I guess the most, hello, Andrew. I guess the most important thing, hello, Mike Layton. It's Tuesday. So there is a new Half the Battle today. Timmer did a video on the top 10 G.I. Joe aircraft, kind of a counterpart to his top 10 Cobra aircraft. So make sure you check out Half the Battle. Since somebody will bring it up, What's on Joe Mind does a live show on Fridays. I was on their show last Friday, so check out my appearance. Hello, Sparkster. Nice to see you. Did panels 2 weeks ago, and they went really. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, and thanks for being here. Okay, so that was okay. It's a Timmer. What's on Joe mind? Okay, the other thing that I guess I can sort of announce here is that I am working full time again. I took a job offer, and it seems to be working out. I wanted to wait before announcing it because I wanted to make sure it was going to work out. It does seem to be working out, so I am working full time again. So there you go. What does that mean for videos? Hopefully it doesn't mean anything for videos. I'm in like a transition, period, kind of getting up to speed kind of period. So that's kind of busy. But I used to work like a full-time job and take care of family and all that stuff and put out a video every week. I used to do that. I don't see why I can't do that again. Now, having said that, thank you, Draws. Thank you. And thank you, Andrew. Thank you, MCDJ ACDC. I've said that it shouldn't, thank you, Summer. I said it shouldn't interfere with making videos, but it's like already interfering with making videos because I got the Snake Eyes video done. Right, I got the Snake Eyes video all wrapped up. That took a long time, by the way. That media section was it just went on and on and on. It's Snake Eyes. And even though the media section went on and on and on, I still couldn't include everything. There's so much. When it comes to Snake Eyes, there is so much. Hello, Renegade Biker. Nice to see you. I got all that done. And I got the job offer, and I took the job offer. So I've been there for just a little bit. Like, I started right after I finished the Snake Eyes video. The next video, I've already picked out. I already picked out what the next video is going to be. All right? Thank you, Draws. Thank you very much. I already picked out what the next video is going to be, and I just have to do it. But every time I try to sit down and do it, it's like, nah, other stuff must be done. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you very much. Hello, Chad. Nice to see you. Hello, Raisener. Nice to see you there. So yeah, like, I know what I'm staring at it right now. You can't see it because it's behind the camera, but I'm looking at the item right over there. That will be the next review, and I am having a heck of a time actually getting to it to get the review started. So I don't know if the next video is going to be late. I don't want it to be, but it's been a challenge. The beauty of gaming. What's your thoughts on Super 7 Ultimate's classified versus classified line? I'm torn. I want to go all in on just classified or get both. I worry about the longevity of the Ultimates line due to price. That's a good question, and I don't think I can adequately answer because I don't have the Super 7 Ultimates. I need to get them in hand, and then I can make a fair judgment. But I mean, the price is a legitimate issue. I think price is an issue with like all of Super 7 stuff. Like the reaction figures, the 5-point of articulation figures, those are all like more expensive than people would like them to be. Hello, Gray Fox, nice to see you there. Hello, Troublemaker Bricks, nice to see you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the video. I know what it's gonna be. I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's right there. Now it does need to be. I need to clean it up a little bit. It needs a good cleaning before it can appear on camera. But I'm staring at it, and it's staring right back at me. But so I apologize. I apologize if the next video is late. I am doing the best I can. Life has intervened. Life keeps getting in the way, but not bad things. Not necessarily bad things, kind of good things even. Hello, Dave F. Nice to see you. Oh, YouTube tried to hide me again. YouTube is sneaky that way. Anyway, yeah, so that's like the big thing that's going on, and it's been an adjustment. It's been a good adjustment. There's nothing bad about it. It's a good thing, but yeah, at least for this beginning period when I am like doing extra stuff to kind of, get myself situated and up to speed on things. It may interfere with putting out videos a little bit, but I'm really trying. I really want to keep a regular schedule. So I will do my best. So anyway, there you go. I think that's all the news that I have. If you want G.I. Joe news, boy, did you come to the wrong place. Hello, Michael Pytel. Nice to see you there. Hello, Sean Beckett. Do the hustle. There are some great channels that keep up with G.I. Joe news. I look to those other channels when I want G.I. Joe news, so I rarely have anything. I rarely have breaking news. But some breaking personal news, but some pretty good stuff. YouTube is weird. Always used to pop up in feed, old or new, and now nothing. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. And that's a fair point. The YouTube algorithm. Wow, I can't talk. The YouTube algorithm is just bonkers. And it changes, by the way. If you figure out how to hit that algorithm sweet spot so that the videos get recommended to more people, it'll change. And so then you have to figure it out. I don't know. This is like people hire consultants to do all that. Hey, that's what I should do. I should be a consultant. I don't know anything, but neither do the consultants. So thank you, GL Golf. I'm glad to be streaming too. Thank you very much. Gray Fox says, heard that if you send HCC super chats, YouTube is less weird. That's, I like this theory. Gray Fox has an excellent theory. That's good thinking. Hello, James, a.k.a. Ratface. Nice to see you. Hello, Corn Viper. How do you do? Is anything happening in the world? Well, the HasLab His Tank, that's finished. That's done. The HasLab project wrapped up. They did really well. We will get that sometime definitely sometime in the next 5 years. Count on it. Hello, Toy Connections. Nice to see you. Algorithm makes no sense. Dead in the water for a few days. Suddenly, algorithm finds it, and poof, it outperforms my last night. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. None of it makes sense. It's magic computer stuff. Anyway. Thank you, Cyclonus. Consult. Yeah, see? Sparkster has perfectly defined consult. That's what I need to do. I need to be a consultant. Thank you, Gray Fox. Thank you very much. Yeah, YouTube will always be weird. YouTube is made for the top 1% of channels that make them all the money. That's probably like where YouTube sort of makes sense. Like when you're performing at that level, you got some pull, you got some say, and YouTube cares whether you have pull or say. But for the rest of us, like mere mortals, using YouTube the way it was originally intended to be used, it's all voodoo. They might as well just be throwing darts You know, throw a darts at a wall, and whatever it hits, that's what it gets. That's what gets recommended. It's algorithms. Do you have Comic Trope says, do you have any G.I. Joe stuff at your work office? Not yet. I'm still setting up the office. I've been busy, so I haven't had a chance to set up the office. I've moved a few things over there, but I haven't moved any Joe stuff. I say that, but I just realized that's not correct. I do have one Joe stuff. Hello, Christian Bricks. Hello, Denmark from the United States. Thank you for being here. I have a G.I. Joe coaster for my drink, you know, a coaster. I do have that. But yeah, I haven't moved very much stuff in. I just haven't had time to yet. I'll get something over there. I want to find and unpack the custom play buttons and things that people sent to me that I had in my old office. They're here somewhere. Since I haven't had an office for a while, I haven't looked for them for a minute. But yeah, I want to get that all like going again and like have a nice office that looks like me. So yeah. Let's see. Algorithm based on numbers subscribers. The more subs you have, more videos get put in front of people's feeds. That is at least partially true. It also takes into account like audience interactions, and they've also varied a bit on like the length of videos that they tend to recommend. Like there was a phase there when they were pushing a lot of like video essay, like long form video essays. But now I think the algorithm is favoring slightly shorter videos now. But that's all speculation. Nobody really. I'm not sure YouTube really knows. It's just darts. It's like the computer throws a dart at the wall. That's what it is. Am I back to the law books? I am. I am back to the law books, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's okay. It's good work. I'm happy with it. I can do it. It's just keeping me busy. Consultant, but only for other G.I. Joe focused channels. That could be my niche. Surely there's money. Yeah, see, that's somehow I've got to monetize that. It's a small niche, but within that niche, maybe I can do something. Hello, Radical Toys. Nice to see you. How am I today? I'm fine. Thank you very much. Radical Toys has been watching a lot lately. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, Eric Gullinger. I almost called you Eric Gallagher because I can't read because my eyes aren't any good. But hello, Eric. Nice to see you. Hello, Jeffrey Ball. Jeffrey Ball's chat is working now. Congratulations. Glad you got that working. Anyway, for those who just got in, the personal news that I mentioned before, just so everybody's on the same page, I am working again. I have a full-time job again. As for how that will affect video output, hopefully not very much. Although it may affect the next video because I'm having a hard time getting to it, but I'm doing the best I can. That's... So it's out there. I just wanted to get that out there. I don't want to go too much into personal stuff, but since it could affect the output of content, I thought that you should know. I just thought you should know. Hello, Teddy. Nice to see you. G.I. Joe Blockbuster review. Yeah. Now, I would like to do... I tell you what was on my mind, and it wasn't the Blockbuster... the Detonator. For some reason, the Detonator from what year was that? Like, wasn't that a 93? I gotta look it up, dang it. Funniest G.I. Joe cartoon episode? Oh, that's It's a good the where the aliens throw them in ancient Greece. That was a pretty good one. Hang on, what let's see. Detonator. That is from 1993. Okay, yeah, that's the right year. So I don't know. That's a such an odd little vehicle, and it's like nobody talks about it. Well, yeah, 93. Thank you, Comic Tropes. It's like nobody is like the video. It's the vehicle that nobody cares about, and that interests me. Thank you, Josiah. What's your favorite Joe Colton costume? You know what? I'm gonna go with the classic. I'm glad she is going to do the Cobra Trooper, the Cobra Officer. I'm glad. I think G.I. Joe needs to be represented there, and I'm for that. Hello, Rob Irizarry. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Always nice to see you there. Hey there, Bart. Thank you, Chad. Is your office in a large building that says Extensive Enterprises? My God, it is. I wish I had noticed that to begin with. Thank you, Chad. Now I'm on the lookout. Now I've got my eye out on him. Yeah, the foam missile, Teddy. Yeah, that's what it's a vehicle that it shoots a foam missile. So yeah, Mindbender would at least prefer the missiles to be nerfed a little bit. But yeah, it's like, okay. This is why I'll never be like a big time YouTuber, right? Because the review that's most on my mind is a vehicle that nobody cares about. I've never heard anybody say, hey, the detonator, that's my favorite vehicle. I'm sure somebody's out there, right? Somebody's out there that's like loved the Cobra detonator. Like, went to bed every night, as a 5-year-old, hugging the Cobra detonator. Oh, I love you, Cobra detonator. I'm sure there was somebody, right? But I've never encountered that person. I've never encountered the person to say, yes, that's a mighty fine Cobra vehicle from 1993. But that's what fascinates me about it. What is it? Why is it? Why is it? Yeah, the detonator isn't about to win any Patreon poll. Exactly, Gray Fox. Nobody's voting for that. I think a lot of people don't even know what it is. But these little pockets of G.I. Joe stuff that is kind of forgotten. That stuff, it fascinates me. I latch on to stuff like that. But who's gonna watch that? This is why the algorithms don't like me. Right? So like YouTube robot computer sees that, oh, he's uploaded a video about the Cobra detonator. Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see that. Yeah, see, Rob Irizarry has the right idea. HasLab detonator. That's what the HasLab, his tank was missing, is a foam missile. That should have been one of the stretch goals, is a foam missile. Yeah. Rob Vegas says the Cobra Scorpion, the desert car from 94, gets no respect. I liked the Scorpion. I actually do. It's actually a pretty practical vehicle from that era. I think I have 2 or 3. No, I think I have 3, because here's what I did. I got there are 2 color variations, right? There's the vehicle is black and tan, but there's a variation where the black and tan parts are swapped, right? And I got one of each. But I also got one where that combines all the tan parts kind of kit bashes those. So, yeah, see, yeah, you're right, Rob. It's impossible to take it personally when it's completely impersonal. It's totally impersonal. Thank you, B-Train. Thank you very much for being here, and I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. I've thought about getting a light pad for drawings or a computer drawing pad. If you have a light pad drawing tracing, probably tomorrow. I've thought about it, but for what I do, I don't think it would help that much, just because I have a particular process. It's not true. It probably would help, because I should probably change my process, right? Because my process is really impractical. But my process is it's streamlined specifically for doing thumbnail pictures, which I don't know. My process is kind of silly. Oh, thank you, Comic Tropes. Did you have a time as a teen buying G.I. Joe where you thought we were too old to stick with it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I eventually did, I did walk away from it. But even though I was kind of distancing myself from it, especially after I saw the movie and Cobra Law, I was still too old to be, okay. You're never too old to buy toys if you want to buy toys. If you want to buy toys, there's no such thing as too old. But the people around me felt that I was too old to buy toys at the time. My friends generally were not buying toys at the time. So I do remember that. I remember that pretty well. I did still read the comic book series for a while after I no longer got the toys, though, because, at least I can hold on to that. At least I can hold on to that. But yeah, the whole Cobra Law thing really kind of hit me. I need a G.I. Joe Shark 9000 review. The Shark 9000, I believe I have that. Hold on. What was I missing on that? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. See, I got no memory. So I'm looking because I want to refresh my memory on not the vehicle. I want to look at the figure, which is Cutter version 3. Yeah, okay. Since you mentioned Shark 9000. Hello, WWJD85. Nice to see you. The Shark 9000, I have it. It's missing one thing, I think. It is missing... it's missing Cutter's accessory, his gun. I think that's all I'm missing. But I'll have to check on the file card. I might be missing the file card too. Anyway, the point is it's almost complete. And that is a really impressive vehicle. The 90s, the 90s was kind of hit and miss. But there were some really good vehicles in the 90s, and that's one of them. Yes, with laser beams attached to their heads. Tony says last toys I got were the 89 stuff. Yeah, same here. Had a smattering of 89, and my last figure that I recall buying for myself was Rock and Roll version 2. And at the time I bought Rock and Roll version 2, there was more for nostalgic purposes at that time, because I remembered Rock and Roll version 1, and I thought, hey, that's really cool. They came up with a new Rock and Roll. So yeah, I picked it up, but not really to play with it. I think that may have been the first figure that I actually bought for nostalgic purposes back in 1989. Comic Trove's trying to remember the last figure he got. I might have been the Alley Viper version 2. That was a good one. Had a part-time job at Walgreens and could get a discount. Yeah, that's handy. I did not. That's handy. I'll say, hey, that's a nice question for the chat. What was the last figure you bought during the vintage era? Not going back as a collector and buying on the secondary market, but what was the last vintage era figure that you got? Mine, I'm almost 100% certain, was Rock and Roll version 2. Let's see. Why no long love for O-ring recolors 97 to 2008? I do have some of those. Really, mainly the reason I don't get into those is also the main reason why I don't get into a lot of modern figures. It's not really about the figures themselves. It's just that I had to choose a cutoff point for my collection because I did not want to have an open-ended collection. And so I chose as the cutoff point the end of the vintage era in 1994. That felt like a natural break point. Yeah, there's lots of really good stuff that came out after that. It's just that I don't want the collection to get out of hand. I don't want the collection to completely take over my living space. So for that reason, I wanted to limit the scope of my collection, so that's why I limited that. John Carling says, Road Pig. Same to you, buddy. Oh, that's sorry. You were answering the question. I thought you were calling me. No, he's Road Pig was Road Pig. Another pretty good figure. Hello, John Ulrich. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. And you know what, John, you've been, I've seen you around for a long time, and I really appreciate you being here. So thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if you were here earlier for the announcement. I am working again. That's the third time I've said it. I'm trying not to make this about personal stuff, and yet I've made the announcement 3 times. But if anybody's wasn't here earlier, I just want to make sure everybody understands that if I'm struggling to get this next video out, that's why. Okay, I'm trying. So there you go. Josiah says topside. Keldon got Rampart. Really liked Rampart. I like that figure. Radical Toys says Alley Viper. Jake says, have Transformers G1 Blaster could be a repro. I don't know enough about Transformers to tell you what the difference is. I'm sure there is a difference. But you know what? There are some Transformers experts in here who could tell you how to find out if that's a reissue or not. Experiso got the Iron Grenadier. That's a good one. You know, some of these, for some of you guys, the last figure was a good figure. Storm Shadow version 2, Robert says, that's a good figure. Raymond got 89 Stalker. 89 Stalker comes with that giant kayak. It comes with a vehicle. That's like, that's like a twofer, right? You get a bonus vehicle with the figure. WWJD85 said Alley Viper version 3. That's very interesting. Alley Viper version 3. That's where they went back to the orange and blue color, but with the version 2 body. Really interesting figure. There's a variant of that. I already did a review of that. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Gray Fox is one of those Transformers experts. Leader 1 and Psykill. Now, I'm old enough to remember when GoBots came out, and beating Transformers to the market. And my mom thought GoBots, because she saw the commercials, she thought GoBots were so cool, she wanted to get them for us. I don't remember if she actually did get them for us, but she wanted to. But then Transformers came out, and it had, the cartoon, and, well, GoBots had a cartoon too, but, Transformers just kind of took over the universe, but GoBots was there just a little bit earlier. And I had a few GoBots and I had a few Transformers as well. Let's see. Renegade Biker uploaded a few pictures of a vintage and modern line of Cobra and G.I. Joe and 3 3/4 inch figures, both Instagram and Hoarder, but plan on doing a video. Well, okay, so check out Renegade Man, I cannot talk. Renegade Biker Instagram photos. Wow, I cannot speak. I think mine was Lifeline version 2. Lifeline version 2. Now, Lifeline version 2, according to Yojo.com, was the Tiger Force. Right? The reason I have a hard time remembering is because, no. Yeah, okay. Yojo.com has the male. Okay, man, I can't remember. The reason I have a hard time remembering is because Yojo.com considers the mail away to be a separate version, and I consider the mail away to just be a variant of version 1. Hello, JLS Comics. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Hello, Bubble Wrapped Memories. Yeah, the Rice Krispies one. Yeah, Yojo considers the Rice Krispies Lifeline to be a separate version. And that's why I keep getting them mixed up in my head, because I have like a different numbering system than Yojo does. Although my numbering system doesn't matter to anybody but me. And you know, I think there is an interesting debate to be had about what constitutes a variant and what constitutes a version. It's not as easy a question as you might think, but it's also not that important a question, because what's really important, hello David Sharp, what's really important is that I say hello to David Sharp, hello there. What's really important is that we just agree on something, right? It just, as long as we're talking the same language, that's what actually matters as collectors, so that there's no confusion, right? Because, so if you're referring to version 3 of a figure, and I refer to version 3, we just, as long as we're talking about the same version, then we're communicating. But if we have our own different ideas, then it's chaos. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Hello, Dave C. Straight for the Pit. How do you do? Thank you for being here. Teddy says the fridge. It's right over there. I keep cold things in it. The fridge. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been going back and watching. I'm a fan of the New England Patriots. For everybody who didn't know that already, I'm not no big secret. I've mentioned it before. I've been going back and watching some old Patriots games. A lot of those old games are on YouTube. I did a while back go back and watch Super Bowl 20, where the Patriots played the Chicago Bears, and the fridge was on that team. And wow, the Bears were way better. the Bears absolutely destroyed the Pats. It was a massacre. But the fridge, the fridge has had tough times in recent years. I really wish that he could make it out to the convention circuit, because a lot of people would love to. I would love to meet the fridge. I would love to get him to sign stuff. How cool would it be to actually be able to meet the fridge? Hello, Raymond Sheffield. How you doing? He says, I'm a cool dude. I have him fooled. I'm actually not very cool at all. Anyway. What the heck was I talking about? Thanks, Rob. Yeah, no, those I don't go back and watch. I remember those well enough. Thanks for bringing them up. I will say though that in those Super Bowls that my team lost, on that day the better team won. There you go. On that particular day, The better team won. Yeah. Anyway, Pat Patriot's such a cool mascot. Yeah. The Pat Patriot, a center, an offensive lineman, actually got his picture on the helmets. How about that? Pat Patriot. I have mixed feelings about cartoon characters being on football. Let's not. You know what? You're getting me sidetracked. The point is, we're talking about the fridge. You didn't get me sidetracked. I got myself sidetracked. The fridge. I would love to meet him. I'd love to bring a file card and have him sign it. I'd love to just talk to him. I'd love to be able to meet him. If he could ever make it to a toy convention or a G.I. Joe related convention, people would line up to meet that dude. But I just don't know if his health would be good enough for him to actually do it, which I think is unfortunate. Because, by all accounts, he was a really nice guy. He was just very affable and easy to get along with. And I'm glad he got an action figure. It's really cool that he got that he got a G.I. Joe figure. Thank you, Rob Vegas. I highly recommend Australian Footy Grand Final from 2021. Go Demons! Go Demons! WWGD says, I like Pat Patriot better than the Elvis. The Flying Elvis. That's a struggle, right, for me to decide on between the two, because I kind of have problems with both of them. But let's, with G.I. Joe, that's what this show is about. G.I. Joe. Yo Joe. Yeah, or Steve Grogan. So the Steve Grogan jersey that I wore for my review of Bazooka, I wore that to Foxborough to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and that gets the attention of a lot of people. The locals still remember Steve Grogan very, very well. They recognize that number 14. The Steve Grogan's number 14. That's the jersey that Bazooka wore. Speaking of whom, Rob, the Giants deserved to win those. In both of those games, the Pats just came out flat, and I was just wondering who the hell I was watching. There you go. What was I saying? Number 14. Oh yeah, like Steve Grogan, the Bazooka jersey. So hey, I can tie this back to the fridge. Okay, so in that Super Bowl 20, Pats versus the Bears, the fridge was in it, scored a touchdown. Steve Grogan did play in that game. He didn't start that game, right? It was Tony Eason that started that game and played so poorly that he was pulled out and Steve Grogan was put in, and he also played poorly, but just that much better. Yeah, they really got killed. That was brutal. What football? See, there's not like a snake themed like there. Why isn't there a snake themed team? We'll talk about that. Bledsoe. See, I was just thinking about Bledsoe too. Bledsoe carried that team. Bledsoe carried that team for years. All right, and Bledsoe made it to a Super Bowl in his own right. He lost that team lost to the Packers. But Bledsoe was a good player. Bledsoe's got the respect of everybody in that area. So yeah, I like Bledsoe. How can he not like Bledsoe? He's a genuinely good guy. He was an excellent player, and he put the team first when all that stuff went down. So, Teddy, I'm actually like, that's my ex-spouse. So just FYI. Teddy wants to know if he should dump his girlfriend so he get USS Flag by Christmas. Probably so. This has been Relationship Corner, your source for relationship advice. I'll see everybody next week when I tell you what to do with all of your finances. We'll work on retirement planning. But for this week, it's about priorities, girlfriend or USS Flag. Well, you know what? USS Flag will appreciate in value, Think about it. Think about it. I'm sorry. I got, yes, I know. I got all off on the sport. Sorry. Skipping that. See, somebody just mentioned the fridge and you got me started. My apologies. Anyway, Yo Joe. What is even... I don't have stuff to show you because the next video I don't have show and tell. I wasn't ready for a story time. I don't have a book out. Next time we do this, I'm going to be a lot more organized. Andrew needs financial planning advice. Tune in next week. For investment advice. That's that you ever heard of the H&R Block? Well, the H stands for hoodie. NFL is like pretty localized to the States. It's not cared about by very many other people. So yeah. That's okay, Teddy. Not hurting my feelings. I'm fine. I'm A-okay. So that's absolutely cool. But anyway, yeah, definitely dump your girlfriend. That you can sleep with a USS Flag. It'll take up, you need a larger bed because it's going to take up a lot of space. But yeah, I think this is sound relationship advice. Time for Mad Libs. We only have 15 minutes left. Hoodie and Roblox. See, Keldon figured it out. I have been promising Mad Libs for like a couple of months now. And now we only got like 15 minutes. And I definitely have to stop at the 8 o'clock mark because I'm tired. I'm already barely able to speak here. I'm just spitting out words. At least I hope they are words. Let me know if anything that I say is not a word. Because that could happen. But well, I'm going to be way more organized next week. It's been a crazy week. Not a bad week. It's not been a bad week. But it's been a crazy week. That's right. You can sleep on the flag. There you see. Yeah, and dump your girlfriend. Get rid of your bed. You don't need it. Right? The flag is the bed. Just throw a blanket and a pillow on it. There's room. Chances are you are not 7.5 feet tall, which means there is enough room for you. See, you can use it as a dining table. You can, it has many uses. Can you use your girlfriend as a dining table? I don't think you can use your girlfriend as a dining table. So look, hard choices have to be made. Abiel Trejo says, what's my favorite G.I. Joe vehicle? It's still the Killer Whale. I love the Killer Whale. My Killer Whale has been put away for a while, like stored away, and I would really love to get it back out. I haven't played around with that thing for so long, but it's got so many features. You know, as a kid, I just loved like the gun turrets and the missiles. The killer whale I just love it. See. Can you land your Sky Strikers on your girlfriend? Maybe. You know, it depends on how, look, it's none of my business, but if you're into that kind of thing, if she's into that kind of thing, you probably could. But there has to, there has to be a willing, consenting, participant there. Anyway, yeah. So this is a super mature conversation. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you tuned in for this? This super mature. Look, this is a toy channel. You know, this whole place is for people who never quite completely grew up. So, what do you expect? What do you expect? Anyway, what else? I feel like there's more that I'm supposed to be saying, like more I'm supposed to be announcing, like there's something going on that I'm forgetting about. That's very much a possibility. But honestly, I have not been focused on Joe stuff for the last week because I've had other things that I've had to do. Good things. Not sometimes life gives you lemons, and sometimes life gives you orange. I don't know. There's a saying in there. I don't know sayings, but life stuff. Who had the biggest G.I. Joe collection as a kid? You or a friend? My brother and I always used to play with our friend Sam, and he had a pretty big collection. I would say as far as size goes, our collections were probably close to the same, but he had the large vehicles and playsets. He had the USS flag, right? He actually had the flag. I remember, he got it for Christmas, and we went over. He's like, hey, come over, play G.I. Joe. And we go over, there's a big freaking aircraft carrier in his living room. And my brother and I were a little stunned, but my goodness, we played with that aircraft carrier. Yeah, see, life gives you lemons to throw at people. Remember, when life gives you poop, make poop juice. But anyway, my point is, even though I've been busy, it's not with bad stuff. For once, no disasters happening at the moment. It's just that my attention has been drawn elsewhere. So I'm hoping to get back into a routine and rhythm. I don't know how long that'll take. Hopefully not very long. But at least in this phase, like this transitional phase, I gotta take care of stuff. I gotta TCB. But we'll do it. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I want to say thanks. John Ulrich mentioned that he was supporting on Patreon. So thank you for that. But for everyone who supports on Patreon, or even those who don't, just everybody that's here, the support that I've gotten over the last almost a year, right? Because it's August, and I started picking up videos again in November of last year, so it's getting close to a year. The amount of support that I've gotten has just been overwhelming, and it means so much to me. I really don't have the words to fully express how much that means to me and how much I appreciate every single one of you. I mean, I see you guys in here, a lot of the same folks that show up every week, and it's just so cool, to see friends and talk with you guys and share things that we enjoy, and that's just so awesome. It's just so awesome. I feel very lucky and very fortunate, and I don't know. I thank you is what I want to say, but I feel like I wish I had bigger words, because it has meant a lot to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to go to sleep now. Not yet. In about 9 minutes by my clock. Thank you, Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes makes a good show. Comic Tropes makes a great show. Comic Tropes makes a great show. That's a show that you should watch. But yeah, I will wrap up. I will wrap up at the 8 o'clock, when my clock says 8 o'clock, because I'm tired. Hello, Rexford Lewis. Cobra! We had a whole month of Cobra in July. And you know what? That actually makes picking videos for August and the rest of the year kind of tricky, because like we do Cobra for an entire month, right? A whole month of Cobra. So the following month, I want to do some G.I. Joe stuff. I want to have a little bit of variety. I don't want to overload Cobra. But how long is it? How long should it be before I get back to another Cobra review? Because I do Cobra toys, in regular weekly reviews. But how long do I wait to do the next Cobra review? I don't know. I think it's got to be at least like 3-4 weeks, right? It's to differentiate it from. Thank you very much, Sparkster. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I just to differentiate the regular reviews from the Cobra Convergence reviews, I think there just needs to be some more G.I. Joe stuff to kind of balance it out. So we did the Snake Eyes, and the Snake Eyes one I really needed to do, right? The Snake Eyes one I did a Snake Eyes review as one of the earliest videos on the channel, and it wasn't very good. And then I followed up with an update, and that wasn't very good. I think I had the aspect ratio of the video off, so it's like warped. That's no good. I can't have a warped video as a main review of an important character. I can't have it warped. So it's something that I needed to do. I really had to. I had to do a better Snake Eyes review. So I really tried to. I hope that turned out okay. Now that it's done, I'm ready to put. That's another rule, by the way. It's like there are certain characters that are really popular, and I could do a bunch of reviews, because there have been a bunch of Snake Eyeses, and there have been a bunch of Cobra Commanders, and there have been a few Duke action figures. But I purposely limit Duke, Snake Eyes, and Cobra Commander to one review a year, max. One Snake Eyes review per year, one Cobra Commander review per year, one Duke review per year, to spread it out. To spread it out. So I've done my Snake Eyes. And I've done my Cobra Commander. I didn't do a Duke, though, did I? Did I do a Duke? I'm asking the crowd if I did a Dookie. October, see? Vintage October Guard. Thank you very much, Matt Rubin. I really do appreciate that. I do. Thank you. And thank you all. You've all been very kind. You really have been. YouTube can be a harsh place. YouTube is where you go to get attacked for every opinion. Hello, Diana Davis. Diana Davis would like to know if I did a Duke. I don't think I did a Duke, so maybe I owe a Duke review. And there are a couple of Dukes that I haven't reviewed yet. There are. But yeah, YouTube is usually a place where you go to be attacked for every opinion. No matter what opinion you have, or if you have no opinion at all, you will be attacked for that. People will hate you for having any opinion or no opinion. But we have like this thing here where, people are just like, supportive and kind and say really nice things, and man, it's like I'm really lucky. I feel very, very fortunate. Oh, that's awesome, James. I didn't know that you started your own YouTube channel, but that's really cool. And thank you very much, Duke Timber. I could do an entire month of Duke. I haven't done the Space Duke. I haven't done the Astronaut Duke. Yeah, I'll think about it. I probably should get a Duke in there somewhere. But yeah, and really it's all you guys, right? You're the ones who are here. You're the ones who are watching. You're the ones who are making the comments. And so you're the ones that are making this such a nice place to be. And that's really inspiring. There are a lot of YouTube channels, even really big ones, that just wish they had the kind of audience that we have here. There were 2 Space Dukes. My goodness. Yeah, we'll see. I'll work on it. Oh, jeez. There's so many Dukes. But I think I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate because I don't want to do spoilers. I did 2 polls, right? I did 2 polls asking people if they wanted me to announce what the next video was going to be about, right? Do a preview of the next video. And in both of those polls, people overwhelmingly said no. We do not want spoilers. Surprise us. So, okay. It's like, I would have no problem telling you what I'm going to review. I have no problem doing that. But the audience has spoken. Anyway. It is about time I have... there's never enough Duke. Though we can dismiss Deke and Channing Tatum. Well, I think that would hurt Channing Tatum's feelings, and we all do care about Channing Tatum's feelings, right? Channing Tatum's still alive, isn't he? I don't know. I don't keep up with celebrity news. Anyway, it is about time. It is 7:59 by my clock. So I am going to wrap it up. I am really tired. It has been a long day and a long week, and it's going to be like that for a little while. But that's okay. Good stuff happening. And I'm really glad that you are here for it. So I guess I'll say goodnight. So goodnight, everybody. I'll see you next week. Sorry I missed last week. Diana Davis says, I like Channing Tatum, but neither he nor I liked him as Duke. Yeah, that's fair. He wasn't Duke-ish enough. But yeah, anyway, I'll say goodnight, guys. Thank you for being here. We will see you next week. Sorry about missing last week, but I'll see you next week, and just keep on keeping on, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. I'm trying to hit the button while waving bye.